slight increase in RevPAR of 2.1%. That was mainly driven by average rate as opposed to occupancy. So a fairly steady year for the continent as a whole. But when we drill down and look at performance on a city level, we did see some markets that were challenged, particularly by terrorism. So we saw double-digit RevPAR declines in Paris, in Brussels and in Istanbul as well. If we look at London, there was also a slight drop in RevPAR, but that was more supply-driven, although we certainly did see a bit of an uptick in performance, particularly in December as a result of the weakening pound sterling post the Brexit vote. There were, however, some good news stories across Europe. So in the Iberian Peninsula, we saw good performance in both Spain and Portugal, both markets very much benefiting from displacement from the Middle East and Africa, again due to security concerns. And across Central and Eastern Europe as well, we had a pretty decent performance in most markets. A number were in double-digit growth. And across Poland was really one of the star performers in 2016, with a lot of that driven by being seen as a safe destination, certainly a stable economy, and benefiting from a lot of events as well. Moving forward into 2017, we think supply is still going to be relatively benign across the continent, not massive increases as a percentage of existing supply. London will again continue to have its challenges with new supply coming into the market, and the UK also does remain the development hotspot across the continent, followed by Germany and then Russia. In terms of actual performances, well, for the most part, with the exception of Düsseldorf, due to some fairs which won't take place in 2017, we expect to see RevPAR growth across all markets, a bit of recovery, particularly from an occupancy perspective in Paris and Brussels, where we will see some slight declines we're predicting in occupancy in some markets, but again, more due to supply than anything else. And moving into 2017, again, as we've seen in recent years, average rate will be the key driver for growth across the continent.
Well, absolutely. I think particularly with boutique hotels, particularly with hotels in the economy, lifestyle sector, it's very important that you have the factor person, the factor partner, the people who help you to actually be as important and bring the product to life. You can see that on the screen behind me here, which is being colored in by guests and by staff alike, and that's the principle of, for instance, the Moxie brand, where we're now sitting at about almost 94 deals in Europe once we finish the signings by the end of this year. I think sharing economy needs to live in the product. I think we don't want to overuse this term, but with the Moxie, for instance, we don't have a staff canteen. The staff eat also in the restaurant, and we're moving from serving to hosting. So everybody is equal, and that creates a special atmosphere.
Yes, absolutely, an amazingly exciting time for us in the development of the Yotel brand. Yotel City Centre, we currently have New York, which is a 713 key hotel, and adding to that, it's Boston, Singapore and San Francisco. The bedroom product is effectively the same. We have cabins with our fabulous gliding beds that really maximise the use of space and the technology. And that remains the same as a concept throughout all of the hotels we're developing, but we make differences in terms of the buildings and the footprint. Very excited that San Francisco is our first conversion. We're taking a 1906 building that withstood an earthquake and recreating and putting a Yotel product into it. So taking something that's traditionally a new build proposition and turning it into one that can also work with conversions, our first one this year. And in addition to the hotels you see behind me, we also have Yotel Air, which is how Yotel first started. We just recently opened one at Paris Charles de Gaulle Airport, and Yotel Air accommodates the needs of our transiting passengers through airports who either want to get a quick nap and a shower in between flights, or an overnight stay for that early flight. So again, the room size varies depending on the location, 9 square meters for an airport, and from 17 square meters for a city centre. But the basic concept and principle of giving back time through the use of technology, enabling better service and better interaction with our guests, really is the DNA of Yotel.
Our expansion plans are global. We have development offices in Bangkok, Dubai, London, New York, Austin, LA, and Miami, servicing Central and South America. We are the recent hire of Jason Wishoff is our Vice President for Development in Europe, based in London. The reason we're here today at the conference, we're trying to make our first entry into the European UK markets. It's a little different structure that we find over here, so we're learning. We sent a big team, 5 of us are here for the week, and we're very confident that we will find opportunities through the various ways the deals get done here in Europe, and we're excited to be part of the hotel community here on the European continent. Yeah, I think a great reaction. You know, our brands are fun, they're high energy, a lot of socialization. We don't build any hotels that don't make sense. They've got to have a high concentration of socialization, not just in food and beverage, that's the obvious one, but even through our concierge resources. We do things like sneaker concierge in some of our buildings. We have hipster high-end hair salons in the middle of lobbies. We do great health and wellness, unique partnerships, and of course our food and beverage and nightlife, and some of the groups that we partner with are just off the charts in terms of what you would ever find in a hotel for those kinds of amenities.